Dave was bragging to his boss one day. You know, I know everyone there is to know. Just name someone, anyone, and I know them. Tired of his boasting, his boss called his bluff. Okay, Dave, how about Tom Cruise? Sure, boss. Tom and I are old friends, and I can prove it. So Dave and his boss fly out to Hollywood and knock on Tom Cruise's door. And Tom Cruise shouts, Dave, what's happening? Great to see you. Come on in for a beer. Although impressed, Dave's boss is still skeptical. After they leave Cruise's house, he tells Dave that he thinks him knowing Cruise was just um, was just lucky. No, no, Dave said. Just name anyone else. Dave says, President Obama. His boss says, President Obama. Yep, Dave says, old buddies. Let's fly out to Washington. This is obviously a little older joke. And off they go. At the White House, Obama spots Dave on the tour and motions him and his boss over, saying, Dave, what a surprise. I was just on my way to a meeting, but you and your friend come on in and let's have a beer first to catch up. Well, the boss is very shaken by now, but still not totally convinced. After they leave the White House grounds, he expresses his doubts to Dave, who again implores him to name anyone else. Pope Francis, his boss replies. Sure, Dave says. I've known the Pope for years. So off they fly to Rome. Dave and his boss are assembled with the masses at the Vatican, St. Peter's Square, when Dave says, This will never work. I can't catch the Pope's eye among all these people. Tell you what, I know all the guards, so let me just go upstairs and I'll come out on the balcony with the Pope. He disappears into the crowd, headed towards the Vatican. Sure enough, half an hour later, Dave emerges with the Pope on the balcony. But by the time Dave returns, he finds out that his boss had a heart attack and is surrounded by paramedics. Making his way to his boss, Dave asks him, What happened? His boss looks up and says, It was the final straw. You and the Pope came out on the balcony, and the man next to me said, Who in the world is on the balcony with Dave? All right. um, I feel like I may have gotten something confused here, which is not normal. It's not out of the norm for me these days. Let's see. Okay, I just want to remind everyone that there is no potluck this Tuesday, and there's not going to be any potluck in June, July, or August. Okay, I see what I did. Okay, Wednesday, the Red Hot Babes are having their bunko for the Boys and Girls Club. The doors open at 6 and the play starts at 6:30. Okay, and that's where they ask for you to bring individually wrapped snacks that can go to the Boys and Girls Club. And they serve ice cream and brownies, and maybe someone's here to give you some more information about that. I'm not sure. Okay, Friday night is the line dance night from 6 to 9. And on Saturday is the country breakfast at 8 a.m. And I was going to do the drawing for the pet shelter this morning, but we don't have to do a drawing because not that many people signed up. We have enough spots. So I'm just going to run through the names of the people who asked for Hurricane Pet Shelter. So they know. Some of you all already have your deposit on file with me. If you do not have a deposit on file with me, you need to do so. And everyone needs to come and pick a spot for this year. Even if I have your deposit, you need to come pick a spot. If you had a deposit last year and you're not going to be sheltering your animal this year, you can come and pick up your deposit from me. I still have them. Okay, so Steve and Pam Beatty, Jeannie Woodward, Sandy Hacka, Carlton Fitzhugh, Buddy Williams, Marianne Buckley, Randy Buteri, Nedra Buteri, Dave Wachowski, Jeff and Rita Dondi, Peggy Seifix, Betty Davis, Greg Kinney, Jim and Dee Housenet, Tony Coco, and Bob Leonardo. All of you all have space in the Hurricane Pet Shelter for your animals, so congratulations. Let's be excited about it. Yay! All right, I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you.
Do you need this, Billy? Is this yours? Oh. Okay. Hi there. Shirley Cabot for Diversions again. Last week we did the Sevens party, and although it was raining pitchforks out there, we still had a really nice turnout. Everybody had fun playing. A couple of people made a little money. Most people didn't, but they still had fun. We're going to be doing it again later in the summer when we can get a date. Hopefully it won't be raining so hard that day that we'll have twice as many people come, because that would even be better. The Broadway Lights productions of Waiting Room and Sister Witches, these are both world premiere performances, take place, yeah, honest, really, nobody's seen them before. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. That's June 23rd and 24th at 7 p.m. Admission is free. We'll be selling 50/50s and raffle tickets. Raffle tickets. On Friday night, we will be giving away a $50 gift card to Chicane's plus a wine basket. The wine basket is courtesy Hometown America. On Saturday night, we're giving away a $100 bill. I believe it's coming from Florida Mobile Home Sales, I think. But it's definitely a $100 bill. You don't have to be present to win, so if you come on Friday and still put in tickets for the Saturday night drawing, we'll still let you win if you're luckier than me. The 4th of July. Now, Billy just said there was going to be no potluck in July. That's only partly true. On the 4th of July, we'll do our usual parade, golf cart parade in the morning. If you decorate your cart, that's great. If you don't, that's equally great. We're going to put the veterans up front. So if you're a veteran of any service, make sure you get up front so we can honor you the more. The parade will start at 9 o'clock, go through the community. If you don't want to ride in the parade, just sit in your driveway and wave and cheer. When we come back, there'll be the goofy games that we've gotten so renowned for, I guess. Cherry Pit Spit and something called crotch bowling. I am not going to try to explain that one to you. And, the beanbag baseball and other stuff. It'll be fun anyhow. At 3 o'clock, something new, we've got Americana Trivia. Be a pencil and paper game. Everybody works independently. There'll be 50 questions. And I don't know what the prize is for that, but I'm sure there'll be something. Do you know what the prize is for that, Betsy? I'm sorry? Not a clue. Well, it'll be a surprise to everybody then. Then, 5:30, potluck. Now, we did this last year. Everybody just brought whatever. We had the whole front of the stage here lined with tables with food of all sorts. Had a great time. Sign-up sheets. There's a sign-up for the potluck on the credenza. There's a sign-up for the pie-eating contest. Now, we're going to only have a limited number of spaces for the pie-eating contest, so if you want to do that, get your name down quick. And residents only on the pie-eating contest, because a couple of years ago we did this and somebody's grandkid just ate us under the table. We don't want that to happen again. So, residents only for the pie-eating contest. And if you want to help with any of the games or with the potluck, pretty soon there's going to be a sign-up sheet for that too. Bill Ruley is in charge of the games and the parade, and I'm in charge of the potluck. God help us all. So, thank you.
Well, that's a hard act to follow, but I'll make my pitch here. If there's anybody that hasn't bought their tickets for the breakfast, we still have some. It's summertime now, and we typically sell in the 120s to 130s, and I guess Rita tells me that we've already sold 120 some tickets. So there aren't many people left that don't have tickets. But if there's a couple of you out there, we'd sure love to have you get the last tickets from Rita. Or if you don't get it today, why, you can always call and maybe we'll find a couple more. So anyway, we're looking forward to having a nice turnout. As I said, we've got about 120 some sold, and we're looking for a few more if we can get it. The breakfast is pancakes and bacon, good old bacon that we get. So we're looking forward to all of you coming on Saturday. Don't forget.
Morning, Randy Roth from Trips and Travel, and I know you're probably sitting at the edge of your seat just waiting for me to run down the whole list of everything that we're doing, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to divide the trips into categories. This week it'll be the multi-day trips. Next week I think what I'll do is talk about the cruises that we're doing and the benefits of cruising with us, you know, because we can get you some breaks. Okay, so the multi-day trip, Key West, we still have room for 2 people, and that's $215. Myrtle Beach, $635. That's November 26th to December 2nd. And we're in the final stages of finalizing Ireland. It'll be about $4,200, including airfare, and that's September 14th through the 27th. And when we get it finalized, we'll put the brochures out on the table.
Jan Carbaugh with Monday Morning Coffee. Just something I want to say. I care about this community and I enjoy living here. And I volunteer for that reason. Jim and I took over Monday Coffee 4 years ago. It was after the TMAC elections and there was no one to chair the committee. We had just become full-time residents. Monday Coffee was in danger of ending and we decided to take it on. It's important and we didn't want it to end. We are here almost every Monday, one of us is at least, and have been for 4 years. You can ask any one of my wonderful and reliable committee members. I always say I would do this as long as it was fun, and it was. I order donuts weekly, I shop for coffee, cream, or tea, and I pay for these items out of my own pocket and am reimbursed by TMAC on Monday morning. On Memorial Weekend, I purchased extras and included wrapped muffins in my purchases because we never know how many are going to be coming to our flag ceremony on Memorial Day. Muffins were left over and put in the white fridge in the kitchen, which is unlocked, and I saved it for the following Monday. Imagine my surprise last Sunday when I came up to set them out and they were gone. Because I had ordered less donuts, knowing we had muffins, I had to go to Walmart and pick up more muffins. So we did not run out. I cannot believe someone would just help themselves to something that does not belong to them. I couldn't have talked about this last week because I was upset, and as you can tell, I'm upset now. And I wanted to have the week to think about things. I think the fun just went out of Monday Morning Coffee. If anyone knows anything about this or has any idea of what may have happened, please come and talk to me. Thank you.
It's a shame things like that do happen. I guess when you get a couple thousand people together, you do run against people that do those kind of things. I think the first time I remember, and maybe some of you older folks, I don't mean older age-wise, some of you veteran folks remember when we had the case of the stolen toilet paper. We have had some experiences over the years, I should say, that unfortunately happened, and we never found that culprit either. So we've had things like toilet paper and wine and a variety of other things that have disappeared over the years. And granted, it's over a period of 15 years maybe, but only once is a problem. Just out of curiosity, I was enjoying Billy's joke. How many have heard that in other versions? I found myself answering putting in the the last line there of the joke because I had heard it in a variety of other ways. You know, just substitute the Pope for some other famous person, and the story goes along the same way. Anyway, we appreciate Billy's jokes, and I don't know where she gets them, and probably I don't want to know, but keep them coming, Billy. Anyway, we only have 3 couples so far for the 50th anniversary, and to be honest with you, we've got to have more than that to make it a go. It's a lot of work for a small number of people. So we'd appreciate hearing, Billy or I would like to hear from you if you have a 50th anniversary coming up or have had one between March 1st of this past year or February, up to February 28th of next. Just let me know or let Billy know so that we can put you on the schedule. Season tickets continue to be on sale in Billy's office. Still a great deal, 10 show dates for just $70. Okay, let's see what happened today. This day in history, and this is great for you baseball fans, in 1839, Abner Doubleday created baseball. In 1897, Carl Elsener patented his version of the penknife, now known as the Swiss Army knife. And in 1935, Senator Huey Long made the longest speech in Senate history, 15 1/2 hours, 150,000 words. Aren't you glad you didn't live in Louisiana? In 1939, the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York was dedicated. And in 1987, Reagan challenged Gorbachev to tear down that wall. And if you were born this day, you share a birthday with George H.W. Bush, who was born in 1924. In 1929, Anne Frank. And in 1930, well, golly, Jim Nabors. And in 1941, Marv Albert. This month is Adopt a Shelter Cat Month. I know you're going to line up over at the SPCA for that. It's Turkey Lovers Month. Now, I don't know if you love it live or cooked. It's Women's Golf Month, and it's National Migraine and Headache Awareness Month. We need a month for this. This week is National Body Piercing Week. We're going to look for all of you people to get new body piercing. It's National Hermit Week. It's National Duct Tape Week. And, of course, it's the U.S. Golf Open Championship this week. Today is National Jerky Day. It's National Peanut Butter Cookie Day. It's Superman Day. And on a more serious note, it's the victims of the Orlando attack day. And speaking of days, all you dads, enjoy your Father's Day this coming Sunday. Now that you're retired, at least you know you probably won't be getting a tie. We're looking over at the welcome table, and we notice that Sue isn't there, but we do have someone to introduce a person in the table.
Thank you, Tom. I'm Herb Long on the Welcome Committee, and it's my joy and privilege to introduce Ken, a new resident, and I'm going to let him stand and tell a little something about himself.
Well, my wife is home. She's not a person that gets around for this stuff, and her name is Nancy. We purchased a home at 4104 Smoke Signal. We've been in there about 3 weeks. We've been busy moving from a couple miles south down in Sebring Country Estates, I believe it is, and the Carr Streets, in other words. We RV'd for 15 years, and age, I guess, for age reasons, we sold our coach this winter. And my wife says, if something happens to you, I'm not staying here. So we started looking around. I might say originally 17 and 18 years ago when we came down, we lived in Buttonwood Bay for 10 years. So we're familiar with this lifestyle. And we're from Southwest Nebraska in our real life. Oh, my name is Kent. Our last name is Miller. We have no grandchildren. I always said we weren't old enough, but here about 5 years ago I realized we'd gotten too old. So I guess there's not too much else to say.
Good job.
And welcome to Tanglewood. We'll be around for coffee. You might want to get ready for that. Okay, that's about it. Plan to take part in the activities. Think in terms of signing up for 4th of July. That's always a lot of fun. Make a new friend. Invite him to participate also. Wave to your neighbor. Remember, we're looking. And have a great week.